family, welcome back. Today we have a Tascam MF-P01 Porta Studio. This one was sent in by Carboot Chris to have a look at. I don't think he had a adapter that fitted this or an adapter that worked, but I'll probably know why if he did have an adapter it didn't work. Let's show you what's happening with this one. Run the intro. Right, so here it is. One of the main things to look at when you get something like this is the power. So here it will usually tell you what you need, if not on there, on labels on the bottom. But what do we require for this one? DC in 12 volts. Pretty standard, you reckon? But no. See this? Points to the center pin. Center pin is negative. 99 or 98% of the time you will find center pin is positive, but not in this case. Center pin is negative. That is one thing you need to keep your eye on. Right, so with that being the case, I have got an adapter that fits with bare wires on the back. That fits in there nicely. So we've got our bare wires. I know the black wire on this is a negative and the one with the stripe is the middle pin positive. So we're going to reverse them. We want our negative to be positive and our positive to be negative. This is just hooked up to my bench power supply. I've not turned it on yet. Right, so there's my bench power supply. You can see I've got it set to 12 volts, 2 amps, currently off, but as soon as I press that button it turns it on. So got 11.8 volts, 0 amps. We have got a power switch on the back of here, on and off. So if we turn that on now, what do we get? Absolutely nothing. And that will tell me if it's drawing anything, and it's not. Let me turn it off again. Off. On. I do find the voltage has dropped a little bit from 12. Pump that up a bit. To 12.3 volts at 2 amps. Makes no difference, just drops down to 12. So we've got no power light. If this was drawing any power, I'll turn it on, you would see an amp drawn here and some watt usage. We got nothing. So this is totally dead. Dead as a dodo. What could have happened? Someone could have plugged it in while testing it, not noticed it's not center pin positive. Or not, sorry, and not noticed it's center pin negative. So they could have plugged it in around the wrong way and blown something on this. So let's get this cover off. That's not one down the middle. I've got a feeling all these are going to have to come off. That's a red one, these are orange. Orange. I think someone's wedged some paper in them to make them tight. Obviously loose. Loosey goosey, pull that one off. Anything else? Ah, gotcha. I think it's just the way it was over the tape buttons. Right, what we got connected, and can we unconnect it? Oh, there's not much room to move in here. Remember where they all go? White, red. White and red. That's all that disconnected. Can't see anything obvious at the moment. Got a big cap down in there. Got any fuses? Probably need to go and get to the underside of this to see where the power's going. Could just see a diode down in here. I want to just quickly test if I can get my prongs on it. So that's reading okay. Right, just going to disconnect all these connectors and see if we can get the board out without taking the tape deck out. Like the way they're using all them capacitors to hold the wires in place. Like yellow, red, white. Remember that, we'll take a picture of it. Well, the wires are all different lengths, so you should be okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to disconnect everything. The tape deck's going to have to come out as well. Right, tape mechanism out. So you can probably have a look at all about on these and test them. Seem okay. Board's held in with these couple of clips. I want to be careful because I don't want to break them. Old machines are probably going to be fragile. Really got to bend them back a bit to get them out. Okay, here we go. 2200 microfarad 25 volt cap. Well, let's see where this power is going now. What we can do first is check our switch. Right, let's try and zoom you down a bit. So obviously this is where our power is coming in. There is our connector. So that's going to be, what is that going to be? Center pin is negative. So that's going to be your negative. And these pins are going to be positive. So these are our positive rails here. So you can see it's going into this switch, which is on. That way is off. That way is on. I'm going to check that with the back. Actually, no, that is off. That is off. That is on. So when it's on, it's connecting those two. And those two. And when it's off, it's connecting those two. Do you know what? Just holding the board at this angle, I think I might have just spotted what the problem is. Hopefully you can see that now. And it's cracked all the way around there. I don't think that is even contacting the board. But then you think that would be, that's connected to that, right? No, but that's part of the pin in there. That's that center pin is that one. So it's not making a connection with that one. But then it might not make a connection until that's your power cable's in. No. It's something to do with that crack. I'm going to have to resolder that anyway. Because that is on the same trace. That is on the same track. That should be connecting together. Why isn't it? Right, just going to scratch back a bit of this coating so we can join this all together. Give that a quick wipe with IPA. See what we're doing. Get a bit of flux on here. Just going to help the solder stick to it. Fluff. Let's come in and heat this up. Try and get some new solder on where we're scratched. Done, and then we'll just melt that over to there. That should be that done. Just going to check all these connections because they do go bad sometimes, plugging things in and out. Meter back to continuity. These two are now connecting. Yes, that is like ripped all the way around. Okay, I'm just going to give this some power. Put the covers over there so they can't short. I'm just going to give this some power quick, see if the amp draw goes up. Right, as you can see there, that's with the switch off at the moment. If I switch it on, I go 0.035 amp draw. 0.419 watts. Right, let's turn it off. Right, now let's put this back in the case and get the tape deck and stuff put back on it. Just to see if it's doing anything different now. These belts actually feel good. That one might be a bit loose, but it's definitely got torque on it though. It's definitely got torque on those belts, so they're probably okay. Fingernail test on the head, that feels absolutely smooth. Says, don't think the heads are worn out. Right, I'm just going to give this a quick brush down. Get rid of all the dust in there. Right, it's looking better. I'll put this screw in down here while I've got it apart. That one was a little bit awkward to get there. Right, let me put this all back and we'll see what happens. Right, back together, no screws are in it yet. Power's on. Let's turn our power supply on. Switch is on, hopefully we get a light up here. There we go. Got lights flashing. Okay, obviously we need a mic to test this. Let's check our tape function. That is plan, manual lift up. I've got a great deal of torque. That has. So is that. Well, that's not too bad. Capstan motor's okay. You're not going to hear anything, but just let me put a tape in here to make sure it plays okay, which it is. If you can see that going around. Fast forward's fine. Rewind. It's all looking good. Line out and headphones. Right, okay, let me get some screws in there. Find some connectors to hook it up to something so we can play it out. And yeah, we'll see what it sounds like. See if it records. Right, I've just got this plugged up into a little mini speaker. I really want to use a different tape because this is 4 tracks. This is a 4-track recorder, so it's only going to record on one side. I've not got a microphone except the one I'm wearing, which is plugged into my mic, so I might have to unplug that. So now we're still on the same mic, but I've not got my lavalier, whatever you call it, mic on. So right, I'm going to plug my mic in now into this. Hopefully that will work. Right, let's power this on. 1 2 1 2. I'm not sure whether this mic will work in here. 1 2 1 2. No, not sure. I don't know whether the lights start moving as soon as you start talking. Right, let me rewind this. Let's turn the other microphone up a bit. 1 2, that's better. Right, so if I press play on here, I might have to turn this up because I'm using the line in and out rather than the headphones. Right. You can hear that playing. I think on the other side of the tape there is some talking. Somewhere. See, now you can hear the music playing and people speaking backwards. Because it's playing both sides of the tape, so it's reading all 4 tracks. So it's reading the left and right from the side A and the left and right from side B. So if I try and record something, which I'm not sure because I don't think the mic's working properly. 1 2, no, I'm not getting any lights of that. 1 2. Yeah, I don't think this mic's going to work in there. Right, I've got an old pair of headphones. 1 2 1 2. As you can see, I can use a headphone as a mic if I hold it right up to my mouth. 1 2 1 2. So you can hear it coming out. Let's try and see what happens now. Right, that's the music plan. This is on track 1. Let's go over to track 2. And here we are in track 2. What track 2? Are you working fine? Let me know. And over to track 3. Track 3 coming in 3rd. This could sound awful. And on to track 4. Track 4, how are you doing? Hello, baby. Let's play this back, see what happens. Okay. What's going to happen? Do you want to let me know. There you go, you can hear my voice on it. Just about. Whether that's working fully, correctly, or you can only tell if you had a proper microphone, I think. All I can do for now is I'll give the heads and everything a quick wipe with some IPA. I shall leave this for Chris to tidy up. Yeah, I'll leave Chris some work to do. He can give the outer shell a clean down, but I will just take it apart. I'm going to take the top off and clean all these switches and knobs. I think I've got to pop these knobs off from the inside. You'd think they'd just push through the hole, but I don't think they do. That just pulls out and forward. Now we can get to everything we need to clean. Right, first of all, we can see down there, and we've got our little copper tracks. Shut up, dog. We can clean them and slide that up and down. Using our contact cleaner. Right, now to get into these switches, there's a little hole on the top of these. Just trying to get some of this in there. Just click away, try and clean them up. Right, these wheels look like they're using potentiometers in here, which will have a carbon track on it. So I don't really want to spray in there because you can wipe the carbon off. Hopefully these are going to be okay. I presume there's carbon in there, they look like it. And then these are panning knobs, volume controls or panning controls left and right. They usually have some sticky grease in it, so it's feels like you're actually moving something rather than spilling them. So you don't want to actually try and spray down in there. You need to look for a hole. But some of these units are still sealed quite tight as well, and they're plastic like welded on the top. So you can't really get in there. There is a tiny gap in the top of that. We'll see what we can do, get some in there. But we don't want the stuff travelling into there, removing the grease. So hopefully some of that has forced its way into the hole. Twist them, clean them up. Right, and that's about all we can do. Just get some dust off of here now. Right, let's put it back together. Okay, that all seems to be working fine. Thank you very much for coming to the disco, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.